Non-uniform bending, Young's modulus using pin and microscope method. Our aim of experiment is to determine the Young's modulus of the material of a given bar, subjecting it to non-uniform bending, and we are measuring the depression with the help of a pin and travelling microscope. Coming to the theory of non-uniform bending, when a bar is subjected to non-uniform bending, that is, it is loaded symmetrically at the center, the Young's modulus of the material of the bar is given by the formula mg L cube divided by 48 IE, where L is the length of the bar, that is the length of the bar between the two knife edges, and E is the depression produced for a load M. E is the depression produced for a load M, and I is the geometric moment of inertia of the bar, and for a rectangular bar I is given by BD cube by 12. So here we can substitute for I is equal to BD cube divided by 12, so 48 and 12 cancel, so remaining 4 there, so 4 BD cube is there. Then the Young's modulus of the material of the bar can be calculated using the formula mg divided by 4 BD cube L cube by E, mg 4 BD cube L cube by E. We can say that for the given bar, this term mg divided by 4 BD cube is a constant. So L cube by E is found to be a constant. That means for different length of the bar, the depression will be different. So our aim is to find out L cube by E. So to start with the experiment, the bar is supported on two knife edges. The distance between the two knife edges L is determined, and then the bar is loaded. A certain load is added, or initially we are adding a dead load. Then using the pin and microscope method, we fix a pin on the center of the bar above the load. We are taking the reading corresponds to the pin. The horizontal crosswire of the microscope should coincide with the tip of the pin, and we are taking the reading. Then the bar is loaded with a mass M, W0 plus M, a mass is added. Then the bar is get depressed. Then we are again focused on the tip of the pin, and the new reading is taken. Then the difference between the two reading gives the depression E for a mass M. Then we can continue the experiment, repeat the experiment. We are adding mass one by one, W0 plus 2M, W0 plus 3M, W0 plus 4M, W0 plus 5M, etc. Each time we are adding a mass of either 50 gram or 100 gram. We are taking the readings. After adding the loads up to say 7M, we can remove the loads one by one. Then also we are taking the reading corresponds to the unloading. Then we are taking the mean of the two readings, and from the mean reading we can calculate the depression E for a certain mass M. Then L cube by E is calculated. Now if you want, we can repeat the experiment for another length. Say initially we are taking a length L is equal to 40 centimeter. Then change the distance between the two knife edges, that means the length of the bar to another value, say 45 or 50. Then in that case also we are repeating the experiment, we find the value of E. Then the mean L cube by E is calculated, and the Young's modulus is determined using the earlier formula mg by 4 BD cube L cube by E. Then coming to the observations, initially we want to find the breadth of the bar. For that we are using a vernier caliper. We are taking the MSR and BSR reading, and then the total reading is calculated. So the breadth of the bar is determined. Then using a screw gauge, the thickness D of the bar is determined. Again here we are also finding 6 readings, the pick scale reading and head scale reading. Then to find the value of L cube by E, we are using a tabular column. Initially we fix the length, say 30 centimeter. Now it is load is marked W0, W0 plus M, 2M, 3M, 4M up to 7M. Loading we are taking leading, unloading we are taking reading. Then we are calculating the reading corresponds to loading and unloading, that is marked as for W0 the reading is marked as X0, for W0 plus M that is X1, X2, X3, X4 up to X7. Then in the next column we can calculate X4 difference of X0, that is the reading corresponds to W0 plus 4M and W0. That gives a shift for 4M. Similarly, x5 difference of x1, x6 difference of x2 and x7 difference of x3. All these gives the depression for a load 4m. From that we can calculate the mean depression for 4m, and in the next column we are calculating the depression for m. That means depression for 4m divided by 4, that gives the depression for m, and that is E. Then we can calculate the value of L cube by E. L is 0.3, E we can determine L cube by E. Now it is repeated for another distance, say 40 centimeter or 50 centimeter. Then we are getting the mean L cube by E is calculated. Then Y is determined. This is the experimental setup to find the Young's modulus in non-uniform method by the pin and microscope. So here we are provided with the experimental bar. Initially we can find the breadth of the bar with the help of a vernier caliper. We are finding the breadth of the bar. We can take both MSR and VSR reading. So here I am getting an MSR reading of nearly 2.8, MSR and VSR 4. So we can repeat it for 6 or 5 times. We can find the breadth. Similarly, with the help of a screw gauge, we can find the thickness of the bar at different points. Take the pitch scale reading and the corresponding head scale reading. So here we are getting a pitch scale reading of 4 and a head scale reading of 68. Now we are repeating at different points of the bar and find the thickness of the bar. Then the given bar is supported on 2 knife edges here, knife edge A and knife edge B. It is supported on the 2 knife edges, and the distance between the 2 knife edges, that is the length of the bar. The length of the bar is the distance between the 2 knife edges. Now at the center of the bar a pin is attached, and just below the pin there is a provision for suspending a mass. A weight hanger is there. Now initially a weight W0, that is a dead load, is suspended, and the bar is symmetrically placed over the knife edges. Before starting the experiment, it is better you have to add the weights one by one so that the bar is coming to an elastic mode. So we are adding the weights. So we can add and remove the weights 2 or 3 times. Then only the bar comes to an elastic mode. So we are adding the weights one by one, and each weight is 50 gram each. So we call the weight as m gram. So each time we are adding m gram, and that is 50 gram. So to start with, initially we are suspending the dead load alone, that is the mass W0 alone. Now we want to find the reading corresponds to the dead load. That means we are focusing on the tip of the pin. We are using a microscope. The horizontal crosswire of the microscope should focus with the tip of the pin. Then we can take the microscope reading, main scale reading and vernier scale reading. We are getting the total reading. After that we are adding one mass, say W0 plus m is added. Then what happens that the beam get depressed. The center of the beam is get depressed. So the pin goes down to a certain distance, and that is actually the depression E. The depression E. We want to calculate the depression E. So we start. Initially we are suspending a mass W0, and we are focusing with the help of the microscope to the tip of the pointer. We can focus on the tip of the pointer. Now the horizontal crosswire is just focused to coincide with the tip of the pointer. So now I can take the MSR reading and the VSR reading that corresponds to the dead load. So that is the reading corresponds to the dead load. Now a load M is added. So the total load is W0 plus M. The beam get depressed. The pin moves down. So to take the reading, we have to focus once again on the tip of the pointer. So looking through the microscope, it is adjusted so that the horizontal crosswire again coincides with the tip of the pin. Now it is adjusted. Now the horizontal crosswire is touching just with coinciding with the tip of the pin. We can take the new readings. Now the MSR reading I am getting 9.75 and a VSR reading of 47. So the total reading is 9.797 I am getting. 9.75 and 47 the VSR reading. So, the total is 9.797. Now, we are repeating, we are adding again, loads are adding W0 plus 2M. We have to take the readings again. Now, W0 plus 3M, take the readings. W0 plus 4M, take the reading. W0 plus 5M, W0 plus 6M, and W0 plus 7M. So, the take the reading corresponds to all the loads and every time. Now, we are removing the loads one by one. W0 one load is removed. So, we get the reading corresponds to W0 plus 6M again. Not that reading. Then again remove one more. Then W0 plus 5M and so on till the mass is W0. So, find the mean value of the loading and unloading readings. Now, coming to a sample set of observations in the non-uniform bending. To find the value of L cube by E, we are using a microscope. Initially, we are finding the least count of the microscope. The value of one main scale division of the given microscope is 0.05 centimeter. That is, if we consider 1 centimeter of the microscope, we can observe 20 divisions are there. So, 1 by 20, that is the value of one main scale division. So, that is 0.05 for our microscope. Now, on the microscope, the number of divisions on the vernier scale is 50. So, the least count is value of one main scale division divided by n. So, that is 0.05 divided by 50, that is 0.001 centimeter. So, the total reading of the microscope is always MSR plus VSR into LC. Then initially we are taking a length of 30 centimeter as L. For a dead load W0, I got the microscope reading 9.808. So, this is the total reading MSR plus VSR. I got MSR as 9.8 and VSR as 8. So, the total is MSR plus VSR into LC, that is 9.808. Then for a load of W0 plus 1M, I got the reading 9.797. Then for 2M 9.786 and so on. For 3M, 4M, 5M, 6M and 7M we got the readings. Then the loads are removed one by one. Then we got the reading corresponds to 6M, 5M, 4M up to W0. We are calculating the mean 9.808 and 9.808, that is 9.807, that is the x0 value. The reading corresponds to W0. Similarly, x1 reading corresponds to W0 plus M, x2 reading corresponds to W0 plus 2M and so on up to x7 we obtain. Then as we mentioned, we calculated x4 minus or x4 difference of x0, that is 9.764 minus or difference of 9.807, that is 0.043. Similarly, x5 difference of x1, xy is 9.752 and x1 is 9.796, the difference is 0.044. Similarly, x6 difference of x2 and x7 difference of x3 is calculated. So, we obtain 4 values, that is the depression for 4M. The mean of these 4 is 0.0435 we obtain. Then it is divided by 4, that gives the depression for M, that is E. We obtain 0.01087, that is centimeter. So, that is the mean depression. Then in the last column we calculate L cube by E, that is we have to calculate in meter. So, L is 30 centimeter, that is 0.3 meter, and the depression E is 0.01087 into 10 to the power of minus 2, that much meter. Then we obtain L cube by E as 248.39, that much meter cube, So, that is value of L cube by E. Now, similarly, using the vernier, we obtain the breadth of the bar. The least count is initially find out, MSR reading and the corresponding VSR is noted. So, the total is calculated. We obtain the mean breadth B as 2.85. Then using the screw gauge, initially the least count of the screw gauge is determined. Here obtain a correction of only one division. Then to find the thickness of the bar, the pitch scale reading is noted 5 times or 6 times. Corresponding HSR is noted in each case, corrected HSR, and the total is calculated. Then we obtain the thickness as 5.263 millimeter. So, we have the thickness D, and the mass M that we used in each time is 50 gram. So, M is 50 gram. Now, we can substitute all the values to calculate the value of Y. M is 50 gram, G 9.8, 4, B we substitute, D, and L cube by E also substitute. Then we obtain a value of 0.732 into 10 to the power of 10 Newton meter square. Sorry, Newton per meter square or Newton meter raised to minus 2. That is the Young's modulus of the material of the given bar which is calculated.